So hello and welcome to the Integrative Health Convention 2018 online interviews. Today we're going to find out more about acupuncture and Amanda Shayle, who's speaking at the convention this October. The Integrative Health Convention is an annual convention in London featuring many leaders in their fields of complementary and conventional medical therapies to help people get better through their various healing practices. It's an opportunity for doctors, therapists, the public to share, to meet, to learn from, and connect with each other. We believe that true health is holistic and that people get better in more than just one way. We believe that we all have so much to learn from each other and that the Integrative Health Convention provides a stage for this for the therapists, doctors, and public. There are a limited number of tickets which can be purchased at integrativehealthconvention.co.uk. This series of online interviews will help you get to know our speakers who are leaders in their different fields of health and healing or therapy or even medicine, and maybe help you decide which talk to attend out of the 36 talks to choose from over 2 days at the Integrative Health Convention this October, on the 13th and 14th in London at the Park Plaza. I'm your host, Dr. Wong. I've been a GP for the last 12 years in Devon, and I am co-founder of Neurolinguistic Healthcare Limited, the organizers of the Integrative Health Convention. Neurolinguistic Healthcare provides courses in advanced communication skills and therapeutic techniques, as well as training in hypnosis for healthcare providers. Today, I'm speaking to one of our excellent speakers who's coming to the 2018 Integrative Health Convention in October at the Park Plaza, Victoria, to share with you what she knows and to tell us a little bit about who she is and what she does and what to expect from her talk at the convention. So this is Amanda Shayle, and her company is Acuregen, and she is going to talk to us about LED therapy with light therapy. So Amanda, should we begin by letting our audience know a little bit more about yourself and anything I didn't cover?
Yes, of course. So my name is Amanda Shayle. I'm founder of a company called Acuregen. Acu-regenerate, I suppose, is the literal translation of it. And I also am vice chair of the Acupuncture Society and also senior lecturer for the College of Chinese Medicine in London. And it was the College of Chinese Medicine that trained me years ago. What I'm going to be sharing with everybody is really a summary of what I've discovered about what makes therapies I deliver and what I teach my students work so well. I'm fascinated by human tissue. Why? Because the majority of the teaching I've done, certainly the last decade, has been on facial rejuvenation, as it's known in America, or cosmetic acupuncture, as I like to call it. And one of the prompts for me really to learn more about tissue was because you see all these crazy Hellraiser type pictures of needles sticking out of the face, and I call it hedgehog style. And I thought this is ridiculous because as I began to delve into tissue with the likes of Gil Headley and Julian Baker, who's from Bone College, European College of Bone Therapy, very lucky to get into cadaver rooms. They're quite, restricted unless you're a doctor, of course. But learning about the integral anatomy and learning about different landscapes, the facial landscape is completely different. And as a result of that, I actually developed my own acupuncture needle. And I'm proud to tell you that about a month ago, my patent was granted in the UK. So a lady who's filed a patent, and I've got registered designs for an acupuncture needle, so that's kind of fun. It just made my life much easier, treatments more effective, less painful, and easier and safer ultimately for the clinicians who I'm teaching. But here's the thing, it allows me to add other therapies. So the cocktail that you give your body of therapies is what makes the difference between you getting an outcome sometimes and not. And that's where the LED came in. They found me, an American company within Light Medical, as they're now called, they've just changed the company name. They discovered me because you could lay the pads, they're light pads, coated with LED lights, special bulbs, or diodes as they're probably called, directly over the needles. So you can combine treatments. And then I went one stage further with other skincare and so forth and started getting ridiculously amazing results. So what I'm trying to say is you get individual therapies that work on their own. But why is it the body seems to pick up the therapy cocktail better than anything else? So first of all, I'll sort of talk about the mechanisms that we're instigating. And obviously, if you put anything into your skin, you're going to set off a whole cascade of healing. Because the body thinks, wow, what's this foreign entity in my body? Whether it's one needle or 2,000 needles, hence the medical microneedling out there for beauty, you're getting a much more higher response because you've got not one needle but several. We are talking about healing. We're talking about cells responding better because they're functioning better. We're talking about a time scale required for that outcome, and it isn't overnight. So I do love using analogies. A plant, if I sow a seed today, I'm afraid I won't get a tomato tomorrow. So in the beauty world, what I'm trying to tell people is you know, to get an instant result is actually what you really want, because there's always a price to be paid. My ideas and concepts seem to work with chronic health as well. That's a big issue here in the UK. We have all these terribly ill people who are over medicated, taking medication and actually not getting any benefit from it all. And here we have options which are drug free, but I am complementary. So I want the therapies to work alongside Western medical care. And actually, one thing that's probably worth me mentioning, I did actually and I am on an integrated team with a gynecologist known as Judy Gordon and a company called Vivica. And Vivica were fairly groundbreaking in the UK. In fact, Judy introduced birth here many years ago. And we work as a team of therapists with gynecologists and doctors. That was always my passion. And my other passion was actually to have this thing called patient choice, because those chronic people need us more than often the people that can afford us. It's very sad that it's not available. But that takes me to one side. So I'm going to talk about the way the body responds to treatments, how the body responds to specific treatments, and why I believe there's a cocktail in order for the body to actually respond properly. So there's 2 or 3 things I want to say. Where do I know all this from? First of all, is working directly with human tissue. Secondly, it's from researching myself in clinic, combining different therapies and seeing the difference, and understanding light therapy and LED, the difference between the coherence of a laser and the coherence of LEDs, and why that's important. And then obviously reading, quite a lot of other things too. So people are going to come away with a different way of thinking about people. And I do notice I often get physiotherapists coming to train with me, and they say to me that the concepts I'm putting forward, it may just be on facial work, but they extrapolate that across their whole range of and so on.
Yes, I was just saying I do some acupuncture, and I can already see what you're saying apply to that which I do, and I don't do any cosmetic work on the NHS.
No, but it's not really. I mean, that's where my knowledge has come from, because I found ways of getting results and combining therapies that aren't. If you work traditionally, you're not going to be able to do it. So the way you needle, but I've applied those ideas to body work as well. And it's really important. I say to people with their faces, there's no zip between your neck and the rest of your body.
That's right.
Constitutionally and locally, there's 2 aspects to all our work. You have to support the health, that's the holistic side. And then you can do the specifics, whether it's a shoulder problem or working on a wrinkle or something. But everything connects to everything else. and you improve the skin disease, dermatology. It's all about constitution, really, and when things go wrong. Ultimately, if your cells are performing properly, you are preventing disease. And that's, again, I was very lucky. I spent 3 months at Imperial College in the neurosciences department. It was the last module of the undergraduate biology students. I was very, very lucky to have the opportunity to go and learn genetics and all about metastases of cancer and so on. And understanding that has led me to really realize how acupuncture works. It's a very specific area. Obviously, everything's always compartmentalized in Western medicine.
Yes.
But even I opened the professor's eyes about some of my ideas, and some of it he completely didn't understand at all. But when I talk to the people, when I'm delivering my lecture, it's not going to be a traditional Chinese medicine lecture at all. But what I try to do is pull together the concepts of the Chinese into a more understandable Western evidence-based way. And it is very interesting. People are always like, wow, I didn't realize. And the point is, I want them to apply it clinically. So it's not about me giving lots of nice ideas. What I want to do is give people some new strategies and a new way of thinking about what they're doing, or better still, to understand of what they are doing.
Yes, that's right.
That's the thing.
Wonderful. So a question. So I'm always curious what brings someone to be interested in what they do in health, in healing. Can you tell me how you got interested in what you do and the story behind how you...
It's quite a traditional way of coming into traditional Chinese medicine, really, because I spent 15 years trying to hurt people with martial arts. I did. So I knew how to write. Yeah, I mean, the whole concept of my early days of exposure. I love anything Asian anyway. I love Chinese pots and vases, and I've got them all over the place. And I've always had a passion for that sort of part of the cultures, the traditional cultures. Believe it or not, I was actually a ballet dancer, and the style of ballet I learned was called Cicchetti. It's Italian, and it's a preserved style. So I love and I preserve everything special about a tradition. And my teacher, I was doing a Hapkido style, and I went off and did, I got pregnant, had it eventually, it took me 5 years, and hence my passion with fertility work as well, by the way. All the same concepts. Whatever I teach you applies across the board, and I make that quite clear. Anyway, I went and did Tai Chi, and I was getting a bit bruised and battered in my Hapkido lessons. And my teacher said, why don't you come and let me fix you with some acupuncture? I thought, oh my gosh, I've never had that. And my son also had a skin condition. He had a very serious skin condition after his 3-month immunization. And I thought, you know what, the whole family could do with this. I love the results I've got. And I'm going to learn it just for fun. And it went from there, really. It truly went there. And I think I just became passionate about what you could do. And I have had bad health in my time, in my teens. But that was way back. And I've been healthier now in my later years. But I realized that a lot of the things that got me pregnant and my strategies for me was about relaxing, moving chi, doing a martial arts, and relaxing and not being stressed, which is ultimately how you stay healthy, that self-stress thing. That's how I got into it.
I see. Very interesting. So I have a question. Having thought about the Integrative Health Convention, where the audience will be made up of doctors, therapists, and the public, where do you see your particular practice fitting in with integrative health?
Okay. So first of all, I'm totally integrated. I've worked with a gynecologist, I've worked in fertility, and I in general practice in a clinic in London. I teach doctors and dermatologists all over the world. In fact, I'm doing a retreat in September in Spain, and I actually am going to be teaching my first plastic surgeon. I'm looking forward to that. Why, you ask? Because I've actually worked with a surgeon and worked pre and post-op with fantastic results. He's been very happy about what I could do for him, and I've been very happy with the outcome. So I will be able to deliver an understanding of complementary medicine to a Western doctor They don't have to go and do it, but if they understand how it can develop their own clinical work, maybe it would encourage them to integrate with other people like myself.
Wonderful.
I'm not suggesting they go off and learn acupuncture, but obviously, as you well know, it's available. If they have a specific interest, particularly dermatology, obviously that's where I have definitely fitted. So I've taught dermatologists by Slovenia, and well, everywhere really, because they're often at people who have looked at considering acupuncture, and I've actually taught them that from scratch in quite a short time, but with very protocoled and a limited scope of practice that's clear and good for them to follow. If someone's interested in pain relief, chronic care, palliative, how to support the immune system, I mean, I'm going to speak quite generally. I'm not going to kind of focus just on beauty. Depending on the group, if I have a massive group in the room, I always do ask, you know, what are you interested in? I will give you some general information about how I work and why. The light therapy has massive application everywhere because it particularly targets different types of tissue, endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm, in a very interesting way. It's not your standard on light system, but it fits with acupuncture very well, because actually what we do, particularly with ear acupuncture, we're stimulating those tissue types as well as neurological as well. So I'll keep it general. I want people to get the concept of what I do. And if they want to learn more or want to come and learn with me, then they've got the option to do that.
Wonderful. I'm asking one last question, one extra question. So as a therapist or teacher with years of experience, what do you think in particular is the key to healing in what you do? So I'm looking for something personal as to what you think.
I think
the most
my biggest satisfaction is when a student shows me a picture of what they have done with a patient and they get the same result as me. So that tells me, first of all, that I'm obviously teaching them the right way. I've done courses where I have taken, you know, I thought, my goodness, it's going to take me 10 years to be able to do this. I'm just thinking about a Japanese course I did in Germany, and I had his master treat me, and I thought, wow, it was a blind acupuncture. It was quite an incredible experience. So what makes my treatment, I think the therapeutic, understanding how to develop a therapeutic relationship with your patients is really important. That's number one. And if you don't feel you've got that trust, or you know, to refer to another colleague where they have a better relationship. I think that, I know they say it's the placebo bit, but I think it's terribly important. I've actually seen research, because I was involved with the NHS research consortium over here, where they were actually dressing doctors in suits or in jeans on a Friday afternoon to see how they interacted. So, you know, you can actually control what happens within your own therapy by how you dress and how you behave, actually. So first of all, it's that. Secondly, it's about the fact we're healing people. And I'm talking about physiological healing. So it's about, this is where the cocktail comes in. It's about how the cells respond to us and what those underlying things are that would make them misbehave in the first place. That is built into what I do and the whole philosophy behind my clinical work, whether it's on the face or whether it's someone coming in with a frozen shoulder. It doesn't matter, whether it's stress or depression or sleep problems. Finding that relationship, understanding that we are inducing healing, all of these cascades are through cellular response, and that includes lifestyle. So the cocktail includes lifestyle and nutrition as well. And I believe that clinically, my understanding of that mix is what's made my therapy, what I offer my patients, more effective. And I encourage people to use all their other skills, whether it's nutritional therapy or, you know, that people come to me, they might be a reflexologist, for example, or hypnotherapist, but they leave understanding how they can incorporate that into an amazing outcome, or at least giving the patient the best possible opportunity to get better. And I suppose just to finish, my big thing is, I say to my patients, you'll never be the same again, but in a good way. But I always want them out of my clinic as quickly as possible, because I'm quite, I'm running a business and I've got a little clinical team building. But I like to arm them with strategies for them to look after themselves. So it might be a massage every day, so they love themselves too, the sorts of built-in things. Or it might just be just something that will motivate them to do their exercise and be engaged in that healing journey with me. It's not about what I do. It's really about what they do. And one of the analogies I use, sorry if I'm going on, is as a dancer, which I used to be a classical ballet dancer. I want to be a good dancer. I go to a lesson once a week. I'm going to be okay. In order to be a brilliant dancer, I need to do that exercise every day. Same with physiotherapy. Go and see your physio, you do your exercise or not. And that's because tissue needs gentle nurture and repetition. And there's lots of reasons why, which I will cover.
Thank you. That's a very deep answer, and it certainly resonates with me. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person. And we were just saying, I'm coming to going all the way to Vancouver to see Amanda give a talk there.
My tour, I'm in Vancouver and Los Angeles in June there. And yeah, we're going to meet up and you can please do come and listen to my, come and join me. You're very welcome.
That's great. And I'm also looking so forward to your talk in October at the Integrative Health Convention. There are so many to choose from, 36 different talks. I wish I could attend every single one of them. As you can tell, we've got amazing speakers. So remember to book your tickets early from our website. We are the Integrative Health Convention in London on the 13th and 14th of October 2018 at the Park Plaza, Victoria. You can use the discount code podcast10 below, which will give you a 10% discount as a gift from us to you for sharing your time with us today. When we see you in October in London, you get to meet Amanda in person, myself, and all our other amazing speakers. So we'll see you there. Thank you very much. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you.